Health. What does that word mean to you? What mental image appears? What rings true in your heart like a bell? What cognitive light flickers at the mention of that word? Health. Is it the hope and dream for a pant size in the single digits and weight in the double digits, but no more at the fear you might be worthless? Or is it the arms the size of Texas and the back where they could land fighter jets? Or maybe an extra large shirt busting at the seams from the chiseled figure wrapped underneath, but it is not as it seems. Health. Is it a balanced checkbook with some extra for that rainy day, just in case, so that if your house burned down, you could put a mansion in its place? Or is it a world of stocks where gravity is revoked, where the lines on the screen only float, where your investments make returns and your returns make returns? When will we learn that it is not as it seems? Health. Is it a social status like a spider web, connected to 5,803, a balance of celebs and friends? They all like you, and you like them all too, except for your cousin that keeps adding you because he's kind of rude. Or is it a marriage that is firm, even when life turns up the heat, where no one is beat and no one cheats, where there is love and sex and no arguments, except, of course, about where to go to eat, but it is not as it seems? Health. What will be said of you when all comes to a close? Will anybody know or recognize what was done? You may have run, but where were you running? You may have done, but what were you doing and who for? Why are we pursuing things so fleeting? Our hearts are beating, but who are they beating for? We are called to a higher purpose. When he sees you face to face with your skinny waist, will he say, "What a waste! You could have done so much more with my glory and grace"? Who was helped? Who was housed? Who was given to? Who was cared for? Who was prayed for? Who was mentored? Who was counseled? Who was befriended? Just like he befriended you! He always knew you. You didn't deserve a thing, and yet he gave everything. And he asks us now simple things that we have trouble following. We are instead bothering ourselves with things that don't mean anything. What is the point in investing if the return blessing doesn't last an eternity? So check yourself. Check your breathing, your weight, your size, your stocks, your accounts, your relationships. Check in and check up, but don't check out to those around you, the ones in need, the opportunities given, and the actions you could perform. There is so much more to this life than what we can't bring 6 feet deep, and that could be sooner than we think. Health. It is more than breathing in oxygen and breathing out CO2. Something so fragile as air molecules cannot possibly be what life is about. It is more than living fit with a fat wallet and your full house. One day, our body, business, and wealth will all give out. It is about one person's story and your mark on history, bringing him glory. It's funny, but sad that we can be so blind to lose sight of something so vast as eternity. Listen to me. It is vital to growth. Don't lose sight. Don't lose sight. Don't lose health.